All right, so for $9.95 a month or $49.95 for the entire NBA season, you have access to the sports betting simulator betting toolbox. Now, what is actually contained in the toolbox? The other day I made a video that showed you how to really go deep with our analyzer, where you can create your own winning betting systems. I'll go into that area again, but I just wanted to show you quickly what you're going to get. So I am in the members area currently. You can see members area over here. And I am in the NBA, and I'm currently on the live odds page. So as you can see, for tonight, it's a short schedule. There's only 2 games. You'll see when you highlight over here, you can click on that to get the officials, where the game's being played, and date and time. So for the 2 games, you can do that and check that out. And here are the lines, which is obviously the most important part of this page. What are the spreads? We see the opener, and we see what the game is currently listed at for both of these games. They even have tomorrow's games on here as well already, so you can check. I don't know if the officials have been announced. See, no, they usually come out the day of. They'll let you know. So let's concentrate, though, on the 2 games that are happening tonight. As we, the big, huge move in this game from 3 to 6.5 at Pinnacle, 6.5 at Chris. We've got the total, which has gone down about 3 points in that game. The late game, Dallas at Portland, has pretty much remained steady. It's gone down a half point. Moving over to the right here, we'll see the betting percentages on this game. These are the public betting percentages. We see 57% of the action on this game is going on the home team Rockets. The other game is basically a wash, 50-50 between Dallas and Portland, 51-49. And you also have the bet percentages on the totals in the total column. Both games are getting hit in the mid 60% range on the overs, which leads me to believe there was a steam play on the under in this game, because if you've got an opener of 201.5 and 65% of the public is on the over, you would not expect to see the line go down by 3.5 points, which it did. So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, though, for the live odds page. You're going to get to see your spreads, your totals, and also the betting percentages for both. So let's jump over to the bet analyzer. This is something unique. No other site does this. It defaults to about a year ago. You can change the start date to any time you want, and it automatically tells you what's going on in each game. Here's your drop down. You can do every game that's currently on the board. And check this graph out over here. This automatically tells you for these 2 teams in this particular time period what the best against the spread record is in that time. And we can see here that it says Houston head-to-head. Well, let's see how we find that out. As you look across here, we've got the road team, we've got the home team, and it's got all their statistics, their won-loss records for the time period, once again, that you can change to whatever you want. So here we can see the Rockets 61-32 in that time, 48-43-2 against the spread. It tells you the home and road against the spread records, how many times the game went over, went under as the away team and as the home team. Records again here against the spread. So you have Houston 4-0 record against the spread last year. Well, since the beginning of 2013. So, and then all the way down for the records against the conference, records against the opposing division. All of it. It's right there for you. And let's check the other game on the board. Let's see Dallas and Portland. Again, so this tells you that the best against the spread record since the beginning of last year, basically, is Dallas as a road team. And let's see what their record is against the spread. 32-15, Dallas as a road team. That is pretty impressive. And you can actually, I forgot, you can click on these records, and you can see every one of those games. So you see right here, Dallas, all these games are on the road. It's got their straight-up wins and losses. They're against the spread wins and losses, and whether the game went over or under or pushed. So, again, nothing as far as work on your part. All you do is select whatever game you want, and it automatically tells you. Now, there's a lot of player turnover in the offseason, as we know, in the NBA. So this becomes even more important as the season progresses. You can change the start date just to the beginning of this year and go with that. And then you're going to see, like I said, how these teams are performing in all these different categories. You get this with your $9.95 membership, and then you also get the ability to run your own simulations. So anything, it defaults to a year ago. You can change the date info if you like, but we'll leave it set as a year. And whatever comes to mind here. Now, something that jumped off the screen at me, it was a very small spread in that Portland game. So we're going to take a look and see I'm going to go home teams with a spread of less than a bucket because that game was only 2.5. So we'll do home favorites where spread goes from 2.5, but they still got to be favored. So we'll do -1. Very simple system to check out. So for the past year, how have small home favorites done? Let's take a look. Click the button, and it tells you 70 and 65, so it's over 50%, but not over enough to give you a profit. As you can see, you're down about a unit or a unit and a half in that range right there. But it's early in the season, so there's all these different categories that you can use. You can check on the public bet percentages, the total bet percentages, and all these, particular teams, go by the opponent. But what I want to check is early on in the season. So I'm going to take a look at the schedule and what month. I'm just going to go for November. So basically the first month of the season, how do small? So now you can see it's added to my filters. November home favorites less than a 3-pointer, so 2.5 to 1. Let's see what that does. Wow. Okay, so a 33% winning percentage for small home favorites in the month of November. That's pretty telling right there. So that's the power of what you can do with the Toolbox. You have your live odds. You have your analyzer that automatically fills in when you just click a game. You have this section, which is the custom portion where you can create your own winning systems. And again, this is all for $9.95 per month. $9.95. It's the best value out there for the NBA season. So if you have any questions at all, you can email them or just go ahead and take a little cruise around the site. You can go into the FAQs and the tutorials and check how everything works. But that's the NBA betting Toolbox for $9.95 per month.